mic test.
Hello?
Can you hear us back here?
Hello?
Yeah, there we go.
Testing.
Alright, so, okay, good. Oh, they can hear us. Crap. It's a great start. Hi there, welcome to Super Legacy Fun Show! You just see a black screen right now. That's probably dumb. It's not going to be that way in future episodes, but for now, that's the way it is. Our first segment is going to be Noah Ross versus Jay Sizemore.
Yep. It's Death and Taxes versus Charlotte's Bug.
Steve J. Sizemore.
Yes.
It's strange.
Yeah.
I know people by the Facebook page.
I know him, but yeah, Steve.
Yeah. So if you live in Dayton or don't
Hi
live
there.
in Dayton
Welcome
and you're interested in Super Legacy Fun Show. Oh, we can hear ourselves. We're just gonna go straight into the first segment.
Let's do it.
It's not gonna be that way in future episodes. But for now,
That was just chaos there.
that's good. We know it's not gonna do it.
You're lucky we weren't after board, or else I could have brought in my Circle Protection Red against you.
Oh man. And your painter servant?
That's brilliant.
Did you see the Save the Whales deck that Charles was with us?
Yeah.
Oh god. Cassie saw that. She's like, I usually hate him, but he gets a pass this time. So her first comment was, it's not even a whale, and then he went on this long rant about how whales were just succeeding magic, and how he's doing this to save the whales. Cassie just felt like a dick.
So I anticipated it.
I mean, I'm not happy with it.
That's why I kind of rushed him first. I'm gonna get him on there.
I will work for life.
Pretty tough. Tough as 7.
What?
God.
Joe. Mine's an 18.
Oh fuck.
Swoop is getting pretty swoopy there, Joe.
Yeah. I'm gonna shuffle, draw a card.
Alright.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Hi, we're interrupting the audio of what you're watching right now because we actually grabbed wrong segment.
We did.
Turns out I might have deleted the stuff with the wonderful J. Steve Sizemore. So you're actually seeing Kyle McDaniel versus with Jay.
Steve,
Yeah, he's always there.
This is Brad Nelson's list.
No, Brian Bundoin.
Brian Braunduin's list from the Grand Prix.
Yes.
It's the sort of Stoneblade variant with Young Pyromancer
Yep.
and Treasure Cruise. So it's got like a tempo-y kind of shell to it, but at its heart, it's really a Stoneforge Mystic-based control deck.
Yes.
Playing against a kind of stock Shardless Bug list from, say, this time last year when Shardless Bug was a real
Right.
big deal. Jerry Thompson's kind of championed it for a while, and so that's the matchup here.
Right. Typically, it was in the favor of Charlotte's Bug because the Stoneblade decks, the way they used to set up was to get a threat and play and then hold on as long as possible while the threat kills them.
Right.
With the addition of Treasure Cruise, actually lets you have a long game along with the fact that your creatures are just so good in the game. Yeah, Batterskull Recursion, Young Pyromancer never really gets any worse. Shooting Nemesis is fantastic. So.
Yeah. So we'll let you watch the segment, and we'll come back and we'll discuss it when it's over.
Right.
I don't even know what my hand looks like. Probably for next turn. Just take turn. This is something to go off.
Yeah, I moved it earlier. So much can you move it?
It's obviously not this.
I guess
For these.
this one's actually hard because my deck actually normally doesn't care that much about trigger names.
You have a bar charm?
I have main. Yeah.
Oh, Toxic Deluge,
I have
yeah.
Delusions and Liliana. But also, I don't want you to keep up with me in the card battle. And you got 2 Taxi and Prep, so it's not like you're not gonna get
Yeah,
there.
just, you know, Wallace the Fire Blast or something next time. I'm drawing on Power Man.
Let's take True Name.
Your name is.
And then
I'll play this here last.
Okay, question.
Mine's
That's a good one.
Earlier,
if it wasn't Jace, I probably would have taken your Treasure Cruise.
Yeah.
Because I
Pure
want
toss,
Jace
Ryan
to
speaking.
live.
It is.
like, I remembered that. I was like, wait, I
Yeah. What can I do?
You
for
do!
I completely forgot.
It is a
about
real thing that you have with you right now.
So what kind of camera do you guys use for like the live when you do the live stream?
I'll see
No.
HD 920. I'm trying to think of the.
I don't know what that would be in regards to.
This is just like a $100
are you
camera.
related?
It's like $100.
Are you related to
cam,
Steve?
yeah.
Flynn?
Works.
He works for me.
I'll pay too.
Leadership 10, A4, I4.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah, that must have been. I called. I spoke with him this weekend.
6.
No, no problem. All right, thanks.
I know you have a probe.
You know about Probe,
I know
Jete.
Yeah,
Said, hey, this is someone the flame from this church. What can I get for you? I'm like, I don't know what's happening right now.
No one
Said,
does.
you want to buy some sausage? I'm like, no, I sure will.
Hey man, over here.
cards in hand.
I can go for a
Oh,
good summer
ribs.
sausage.
I should have asked around. I'm sorry. That's me dropping
Nice
the ball.
big slab of pepperoni. That'd be good.
Pretty good. Put on a little board right here by the whiteboards and just pass them off.
You guys
I put
make-
meat
you guys
on my
make it happen.
Christmas
This is
list. I'm pretty excited about how that might turn out.
Yeah.
Big fan of meat.
My wife's been, gone. Sarah's been gone all week.
Yeah, right.
And so
Did
I
you ever
ran out
just-
of food yesterday.
Well, because no one, because you never think to go to the grocery by yourself. You know, when you're by yourself, you're like, I'll just order out, it's fine.
So I went down to Westchester today for a minute, got some Buffalo Wild Wings, and I ordered a pizza, so I have food for 2 days, and then, hopefully she'll be back.
I recommend getting 2 burrito bowls from Chipotle.
Strong.
They usually last me for about 3 days. 2 of them last me for 3 days.
Also, all the lights in my bathroom are out, and I have yet to replace any of the light bulbs.
Oh.
It's just dark in there.
Let's take a little ninja peek.
Because you can deal with it. She goes.
Just sneak into the dark room and piss wherever it feels right.
I recommend getting that fixed before she comes home.
So I called her.
No, you just act like it happened the day of.
Yeah.
Said, oh, I was working with
It
some
happened, honey. It happened like 9 o'clock. The stores were already closed. I promise you, I'll take care of it in the morning.
She called the other day and was like, so how you doing? I'm like, well, I'm tired and I'm hungry and I'm dirty.
Sounds like sounds.
So I'm not holding it together well. I thought I could, but I'm just not.
Okay.
I didn't put it on there, but
So let me ask you a question, Kyle. How is this deck better than cutting 4 cards for 4 Jeskai Ascendancies and just going infinite with Pyromancer? Have you seen it in action? It's the hottest thing in the world.
I have killed people with prophetic lens figure that. To be honest, it's not good. And that I have to say that's probably the strongest thing I've ever done in my life.
Yeah.
That's strong.
You just basically you take this same shell, you cut 8 cards, you put in 4 Jeskai Ascendancy, 4 Fate Stitcher.
Charming.
Charm him.
Fate Stitcher lets you go infinite, and then Jeskai Ascendancy just power Mancer. You cut like the Stoneforge package, basically. Ascendancy seems insane in this deck. Even just looting every turn for free is ridiculous. You never flood.
That's true.
I think of adding one to my deck. I can
Cast
wish.
cruise like every single time.
Yeah, exactly.
Be strong.
Digging through time.
It's really good with Young Pyromancer. It's ridiculous. I was the rig holding together over there. Is it too hot to touch yet?
Oh, that's good.
It's basically all this. Alright. Death Right, Bug. Yeah, you probably can lose.
Keep an eye on the space.
You know, with the upgrade of the memory cards, no problem. I have a 32 that I'm not using.
Yeah, that'll be
So
We'll get the last one. You're up.
I want to try the tech with the tablet. I think that could be, could be something.
just making it real easy to do, so it's not too much of a fucking hassle.
It is, and it was. We did a kind of love.
Actually, also just cast this one.
Take T Cruise. Enter C.
Got it.
What you're saying though is you're playing Treasure Cruise in my deck. What an interesting.
Innovative concept.
He's on to something.
It's possible the Enlightened Tutor could just be being way too cute, and I should cut him.
Unless you're running like 6-1-0s.
Yeah.
I'm running 1 engineered explosives and 1 sort of meek. 2 Thopter Foundries.
No circle protection, blue and red.
Nope, not in the main. In the board, I have a COP red.
You just COP blue.
Yeah, playing this.
You're going to work on Monday. And
Down to 9. Brought to Gary's loss. Anything else?
Good.
Okay.
Next up.
I used to wheelchair to name you, and then I used to.
I have a germ. It's going to be represented by this.
Deal.
Okay. Remove
I
decay.
can make some kind of sick rubber band monster out of this.
Oh, I was removing decay. Oh, okay. I thought you were just moving the token off. So it goes to 7, right?
Being beautiful, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Jesus.
Being creative, I don't mean to diminish.
The beauty of what's happening in front of us.
Are we going to shooting range?
For that, you are at 1 life. That's right, Shaman, you lose.
So here's the deal.
Yeah.
You said a sick rubber band monster. That does not meet my expectation of a sick rubber band monster.
I'm sorry, I have higher standards than you. See, you talked all this game about Jace, but you still haven't cast him yet.
Okay, he's doing a barrage over this guy.
Yeah. Okay. It might be happening now.
Yeah, I'll be casting Jace.
Alright.
My favorite way to win with that deck, just turtle up behind a bunch of dorks.
Oh man.
And
Oh, that is fantastic. Oh my god. Why did I think of this? Joe, you're a genius. Yes.
it has vigilance, so it doesn't even have to tap.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, give it something. Yeah, give it.
Oh,
What is that? That 10?
no, I'm forced. I will force pitching.
Little
Cruise.
little feet. Whiteboard technology, man.
What?
Whiteboard technology.
It's
Good.
It's the pinnacle of magic.
It really is. I'm gonna equip Jite to Battle School turn. Oh,
He'll put it in his hand.
Yeah!
Every shot goes in that same
Luck's on my side.
Every shot goes in that same spot.
attack!
Maybe it is, and they don't even know it.
That's what God wanted.
That's what I was thinking of.
We'll walk outside and the sky will start to end.
We did it, guys.
We did it.
This is what we were here for.
Oh, I guess I should do this before. Oh, that's right. Jesus, I'm an idiot. Before blockers are declared like this one.
Oh, it is.
Is that except on
Yeah.
the rhino? Nice
I gained
swords.
5.
Thank you. Slave Mom is very proud of it.
Yeah, swords to golf clubs.
Yeah. Yes, results. I'll gain 4. We both gain 4.
That's fun.
I'm a little.
Is that, sorry, are you passing?
Yes. I have 2 counters on the thing.
Go.
He's at 12, Joe.
What is going on tonight?
He's dead, Jim.
They both game 4?
Yep.
Should be it.
Trigger results.
Trigger.
How many cards do you have?
This time it's wave.
Unwave will also result.
No, man, you know what I would do really bad there is flashing a containment priest.
If I had white mana.
I'd flash in a containment priest in response.
You flash in a containment priest for the Tarmogoyf that wouldn't be
Yeah.
affected at all.
No.
Because I actually
Oh, it gets cast. Yeah, it does. You're right.
Plays on the stack.
Yeah, you're right.
Cascade!
Cascade.
Good.
It's like Shelldock Isle of Emrakul. It actually
That is the one thing I like about this deck. The sideboarder is absolutely insane.
Yeah, my sideboard is actually really similar. A lot of the same tools.
Mentally mages, containment free. I'll take one damage from
I like having like a Stoneforge package, having good hate bearers in your sideboard. It just kind of lets you slide out the bad creatures and still keep the creature count up.
Actually, this deck has more room. Does this deck?
Oh, if it
Yeah, it
hits
has
this
more
unit,
room.
do 6 inches from that unit to another unit. That's what goes
Yeah, it's like Jeskai Stoneforge, but it skews really red because you have like the main deck blast. And
Oh, we're almost to the end of the storage. So you might have noticed that we did run out, and it did stop, and I did lose the microphone, so you probably can't hear me very well right now.
This is just the proest thing.
Pretty pro.
Oh man.
So we're going to try to guess which segment is number 2 there, and then we're going to take a short break after that second segment is done. So enjoy.
what I liked about Tombstalker,
How my cheese shuffle.
better off Ted reference, guys. You'll catch up.
All right. He's a 5/6.
He's a 7, 6, 7.
What?
Blank.
Oh, Jace hit the graveyard. Oh god.
Oh no!
Attacked with both.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I can still get.
Well, yeah, we can go simultaneously.
Not happy about it.
This guy's gonna pop smokes.
So 14 to 21.
Yes.
I'm going to be on it this
Yeah,
time.
this tally mark.
Part 2 is gonna be
method
completely
not
different
working
here.
So.
Joe's back, guys. He's tightened up.
Guess I get in front of the batter skull.
I will activate it to targeting Tarmogoyf.
Okay.
I will activate it to targeting. Actually, targeting Tarmogoyf.
Okay.
I'll activate it to targeting Tarmogoyf.
Every time my phone is
Game
ranked
4?
today, it hasn't
Yep.
been actually working.
Take 2.
Really great.
Yep.
Triggers. I will cast Probe for mana. Forces. Strong. Thing.
You need peasy tokens, man.
Did you just probe?
For mana.
Okay.
I just play Mistaked again. In response to Jitay's counters, kill Young Pyromancer.
We should pretend
Oh,
we
after all the counters are gone?
Yeah, when the
Yeah.
counters are gone.
Yeah, that makes total sense. I'm interested.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Thanks, Fetters.
Fear Charm is pretty sick, actually.
It does a lot of things.
Yeah.
Alright, just stay back.
Yeah, as long as you don't misplay the shit out of it.
Well, there's that.
Just stay back on Bowser.
Yeah.
There were several things wrong with that play, but his goals were already gone.
Yeah. And it was like, I think reasonable. It wasn't maybe optimal.
Good.
It wasn't, but he'd already been through 3
I
points
think
at
I'm
this
at
point.
19 because he
And
Oh, he connected? I thought he...
he connected with the Pyromancer.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Alright.
Nice.
I will Treasure Cruise pitching 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Good.
7 of these. I guess we'll leave it. I guess it matters.
And Hard Cat's Force.
I will hard cast force it. You're
Alright. That's fine.
Legacy. 5 mana counter spells.
Yeah.
I'll play Tundra.
5 mana, $100 counter
Attack.
spells.
Go.
I got a 50.
Gained 4, so I got an 18. Just put a circle. Just finish the circle there.
Nope.
Oh, no, okay.
Is it 18?
Uh-huh.
Brainstorm.
Yep.
Don't look at me, I'm gonna start be on it this time.
I can almost cast Rev for I can almost cast Rev now for a bunch. It's great.
I wanna play Angel Stomping. I wanna play Rev.
We could take it.
Only if I get to actually play Sacred Angel.
Just
one.
I can't
Just
make
one.
that promise. When it costs the same amount as Baneslayer.
Yeah. I saw a deck like that played Transcendent
Good.
Master.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, go ahead, because we have to walk first.
You're at 15.
Yeah.
No, they're 24 inch.
I'll brainstorm.
Yep.
Oh my god.
I know I'm within range. This
Double winded.
I might be able to go for something like that.
It costs 4 because it's. Are you doing it or? Targeting.
Negative 1 twice. 4.
Yep.
Actually, takes so long to kill people.
Yeah.
Like, even by my standards. Jesus. Young Pyromancer. Go.
Jerry wrote an article, it was either this week or last week, about how he doesn't like the Stoneforge package. It takes 7 turns to kill someone after you cast Stoneforge Mystic.
Yeah, that's not how you kill someone.
So you spend more time with lives.
Non-ancestral visions. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's game.
Yeah, it pretty much had to be visions there.
Visions had to find, like, I don't even know what, honestly.
3 spells, definitely. I have no idea what
I
spells
needed
work.
to hit the deluge to at least help myself.
Yeah, that was step 1.
I needed,
I don't know what
needed
step 2
early on
is.
it for like 2 turns there.
What?
Meticulous. Or state maintenance. There was no longer a monster on this field.
You have
Alright,
to maintain the war side.
I got one more game in me. Do you want to do sideboarded?
Sure.
This one taking a hit.
I don't even know how to stop board against this matchup, though.
Yeah.
I imagine these are not good.
No, I think you might want.
That's...
I think you might want this guy.
And now third hit.
For what?
Planeswalkers. You have a good answer to resolve Planeswalkers?
Right on what's the blast?
Yeah, it's just fine. I mean, Liliana is a beauty.
Oh, Liliana, that's right, they play this.
That's what I wanted to get.
Roll 11. Because remit.
Hey,
We brought up cards. Bring in.
wait a minute.
These seem bad. That doesn't work. That doesn't fight over the right wars. That might be sweet.
I think I might be fine. It's not in the sleeve, which is a concern.
Yeah.
Maybe powder blast.
Sleeves are for cowards.
Question is what to take out.
The format is so ridiculous right now that people are main Elemental Blast and sideboarding blue Elemental Blast. That's just
a counter
right. That's so good.
It's probably what Richard Garfield did. He made them.
I'm pretty sure he did because he's the man that designed the Alpha Cycle where blue got Ancestral Recall.
Yeah.
So obviously he wanted blue to be
This is
crazy.
obviously back to his original vision.
And they designed a Healing Cell and Ancestral Recall and thought, yeah, they're probably about roughly the same power level.
So I did good.
Have a good day at the office.
I'm a good mathematician.
He is. It's really hard because math just doesn't apply to magic at all. You try to run a bunch of statistics and it just never works.
And you just jam a bunch of creatures in a pile and add some land.
And then you just get magic crit anyways. It doesn't
And
matter.
then you just cheat anyways.
Exactly.
Yeah, we gotta figure it out, guys.
Oh, did you see the post on Dave Magic Club that I made? Or
Yeah.
under Cassie's account?
Yes, I did. Pretty good.
I was like watching the coverage and I was like, he totally just made a false code. I was like, Jesus.
You have a meth dealing Nazi son of a bitch.
It's like I'm down 2 games, man. We're going deep.
He was shaking really hard.
Chapin
shakes.
Chapin shakes like,
Yeah.
the stress gets to him.
Yeah, man.
Well,
This was supposed to be his year. He's just coming back to win Worlds this time instead of scrubbing out the finals again.
Still probably has PTSD.
PTSD.
Yeah, from the time he played
Post-traumatic
Dragon
ecstasy
Storm.
disorder.
That Ignite memory
Alright,
probably
on the play.
lingers.
They told that story at Worlds.
Well, yeah.
Are you
Because they're
recording
cruel.
again?
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
okay.
back on it.
Okay,
Part 2.
we're back on it.
Not back on it.
Still on it. Oh, that we're back on it because there was definitely a point where it stopped.
I said not still on it. Back on it.
Hours later, I will probably have to reference this live and explain it.
Heavy one, sending, shred, large blast.
Not bad.
I'm hitting your
Done. It's
Yes.
beautiful.
Not bad.
Sure. Good.
Oh man.
I know, it's not your fault. I mean, it's not like you're getting lucky. That's what you do. Take that. I got one right there. Or a night.
Whoa!
Hey, friend.
Trying to draw a 6.
Fire.
What about,
Night, soldier at night.
I have to control a soldier overnight.
Tom Hardy signed that.
And I have a soldier and
Don't dark blast me. No.
So you're saying there's a chance?
very few scenarios where
That's one thing that made me consider not bringing this in.
it's if you
Possibility of
don't
dark blast.
that one.
Nice.
But then I realized he's not playing Cruz.
That
So,
one.
and Charlotte's agent doesn't like
If he's got a partner, he'd probably be okay. God damn it.
Life alone. Really on it, though.
Rifle look is so awesome.
It really is. Are you still playing White Side on the deck?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's-
3, not 4.
Okay.
Though. Fetch.
Yep. That'll be.
Joe, you're on it.
That'll be it.
Joe,
Joe, you're the best.
good job.
I'm trying.
Seriously, keep it up.
Seriously though, you're falling behind.
That's fair.
Thunder, Thundergoy.
Be a great excuse to get a prescription to Adderall.
Yep.
Do you need an excuse?
Something.
The psychiatrist likes to have an excuse.
I don't know.
That it makes me feel great.
Did I have every morning? I was, oh, okay. Yeah.
Good.
All right.
Yeah, it's pretty great when you play a deck like, oh man, no one's playing Abrupt Decay anymore. I can play this deck again. Then you play against a deck that
Yeah.
has Abrupt Decay. You're like, oh, that sucks.
Well, I thought he was going to play Gold this turn.
I believe you're in container.
He's going to wait.
Charming.
Charming.
Does anybody have like money on their account that to go buy a monster? That'd be great.
It would be
So,
great.
I have. If I'm the person.
This is exciting because I don't know how much room we have on this
That's great.
side of it because I'm just using the phone memory.
On that?
Just delete everything. Get it out of there.
Yeah, I deleted a lot of stuff and it's just going. So
Oh, that's a new phone,
Good.
isn't it?
yeah,
Oh, you like it?
it's good. It can do coverage.
Yeah. Your old phone couldn't do that.
Nope. No
Had a
sir.
little keyboard on it, though.
Yep. Text really well with it. On AIM.
You're a monster.
6, 7, 8, 9.
Well, it has 13.
What are you, 13? Comma, is this 1994? Are you 13 in 1994?
Actually, we'll go from
Semicolon, yes.
19.
Because Joe, let me tell you something. I was 13 in 1994, and I spent a lot of time on AIM.
Do you ever talk to just like, because they had that way that you could talk to just like random people pretty much? They had like that address book.
Yeah.
We talked to like 3 people, like non-stop. One was a very young woman when we were in high school. It was very,
I have 4 of them.
it was interesting. It was like Stickam before Sticky.
Yeah, kind of.
Reality
It's good.
Slightly less pornographic.
Well,
Only slightly.
maybe.
Only slightly.
No, Rod. Oh, man.
decks have a better handle on planeswalkers.
Right.
People are cutting what they would consider their answers to planeswalkers.
Yeah, the card they're ramping into just dies to red elemental less.
Yeah, exactly. But Liliana dodges all those cards, and people think they're safe from Jace, and then you can hit them from that angle.
Yeah, it gets around Bolt.
Yeah, no, I think the card's really well positioned right now. So I don't know if the Shardless Shell is the shell, but I think you could play a Liliana Treasure Cruise deck with Deathrite Shaman.
I don't see any reason why Treasure Cruise couldn't be in that deck.
Yeah. Like, I mean, couldn't you play a not Bug Delver, but like a Bug mid-range deck without the Delver Secrets package? But you can cut...
like, what happens if you cut Shardless Agent and
Right.
just add Treasure Cruise?
Exactly. Like, because Shardless
And just cut
Agent
the
is not a very powerful card.
No, the body's
Yeah,
almost
not by
irrelevant these
itself.
days.
Yeah. Like...
The body's completely irrelevant these days.
And you could play spell pierces. You could broaden the type of spells you could play because you wouldn't have to
Yes.
avoid
Yeah.
cascading into them, and you still get the really good late game power of Treasure Cruise. But you go a little bit bigger than all the tempo type shells with things like Tarmogoyf, Liliana, the Veil, Abrupt
Right.
Decay.
Because those, I think, that the heart of the deck is good. It's
Yeah.
just, I think it was led down the wrong path when people were just sleeping it up these days.
Yeah.
They were kind of half and half where they need to be.
So that interests me. And
There's
Well, because
There's also another
another
version
recall
where,
engine exists, and I think they just want to adapt that.
there's a version that I was watching Curtis and Brandon Hollings and Curtis's friend Scout work on a deck in the hotel room before the tournament in Jersey. It was basically the same idea, but it was just blue-black.
yeah.
You know, because you can just, you don't get Abrupt Decay.
Right.
But, like, he was playing Pack Rat, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pack Rat, Liliana, Dig Through Time deck.
Yep.
It was very good.
Absolutely.
And it plays kind of like a Pox deck, the way it kills people.
Yeah.
But
Definitely
with Pack
super,
Rat,
super
Pack Rat is
grindy.
very explosive in Legacy.
Yeah. Well, for sure.
I've seen standstill decks in Vintage playing Pack Rat.
Yeah.
Like, the card has been a lot better than I ever anticipated.
Oh man, I want to play Standstill with Pack Rat.
Mhm.
What doesn't it just sound like Plus, you get to play like Mutavault along with your Mishra's Factories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It was. I've never been so devastated in my life as turn 1 Pack Rat.
Yeah.
Next turn, Thought Sees You Standstill, and I was just like, I'm dead.
That's not fair.
It was not fair. You're right, Joe.
That's not fair at all.
That's awesome. That's
All right.
awesome.
And I died.
So we get to go into our next segment,
Yeah, let's do
which is the games that you and Jay Sizemore played.
Yeah, and something to keep in mind for this, I'm playing another blue-white-red Stoneforge Mystic deck. This one is a little more of a traditional Stone Blade deck.
Mm-hmm.
It's Creature Light, Stoneforge Mystics, and I'm tinkering around with a couple of things. I'm playing Thopter Sword
Yes.
in there. So it's got that kind of shell, some Enlightened Tutors, an Enlightened Tutor package. So it's a little more of a true, like a dedicated control deck. But
Although, as you see in this game, there might be a few holes in the Enlightened Tutor package because we had an issue dealing with a particular creature for a
yes,
while.
absolutely. So we'll talk about it afterwards. But that's kind of what the deck is doing, and it's also up against this the Shardless Bug deck. It's kind of another angle of attack, you know.
The issue with Tombstalker right now, though, is when both sides of the board are delving their decks, their graveyards away, it really makes life that much worse.
Yeah, well, and the thing, the reason I didn't end up keeping Tombstalker in there,
You gonna keep track?
is because
Probably because I didn't keep.
Oh, that's fine.
my problems with Tombstalker were if like someone resolved a rest in peace and your deck was already kind of soft to it, like it was just like another graveyard based threat.
Yeah.
So I was playing True Name in that slot for a while, just something I could do if my graveyard was destroyed. I don't know.
I'm feeling like the Knight of Souls Betrayal on the sideboard should be a second Golgari charm, too.
Yeah, that's very reasonable.
Like, I like it being Knights of Souls Betrayal, only 3 land, but down to 21 land, I think I want it to be a Golgari charm instead. Because in most cases, Golgari charm does just enough damage, whereas Knight of Souls Betrayal, they're just like, they usually sit there and they're like, yeah, that's a magic card.
Full sleeves guy.
You want to roll for who goes first? Unless you play Manaless. So, I'll
I can keep it this. I don't think so. Let me think about it. I'm gonna play mate. Mate.
Maybe.
Mate.
Probably should have played second games against
Yeah.
Texas.
Oops.
Nope.
Just go up to seven.
Yeah, I think.
Sprint depth real hard there.
Yeah, that was real bad. That was the most awkward hand I've ever seen.
Legacy.
I wonder that I may have actually been working on this deck and like had it tiled out. 'Cause that was a weird draw.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
3 of in there.
There was a 4 of. There was a 4
I
of
did
a
not see
kind.
the 4th. Too bad it wasn't poker.
Yeah. I would have been like,
Oh hey, Fred Shred is on his way.
it's true.
You made it.
I did it, guys.
Holy crap. Bengals didn't just lose.
Nope.
They lost real bad.
Yeah, they did. They kept it close for a while, and we actually were in the lead for a while. Then they just fell apart in the fourth quarter. 8-4-1, still in first place.
That'll change real quick if they don't get their shit together.
Yep.
They're in the toughest division.
Yep. Number 1 in the toughest division, but they have a really tough
So
last
weird.
couple of games. They got to play Pittsburgh again.
Yeah. I don't care about guys.
Yeah,
I could
exactly.
care less. Well, I mean, Bengals aren't even on my team.
Yeah.
I like Bengals, but they're like my number 2 team. Because I'm a Packers fan. So
Okay.
like, I'll always root for the Packers. I'll root for the Bengals in any game except for when they play the Packers.
That's fair. All right, let's try this again. Yeah, I'll keep this. This is weird. Normally I keep my deck right here.
Yeah, I normally right. Keep track of life on the right side.
Killing me, Smalls.
Small price for fame.
Pass me.
Ryan, can you give me my back?
Playing some popper. Like a man.
Some powder.
The man's format.
The man's format.
Okay, this kind of stuff will start changing, maybe.
I think it's cool.
Go ahead.
I think it's cool because it's not all saturated with douchebaggery. It's like you can just like go out and build your fun deck and it's actually kind of good. Yeah, what? Who is?
Haha.
You're winning the race.
Joe leaps into action.
For free.
Hi.
Hi.
You need like a little scorekeeper share like in tennis. So,
I played
I,
extended leagues.
do something I don't like to do very often. Let's go blind.
Excited.
Auto
Open
resolve.
board.
Whoa!
3 target this one.
I will respond. Crack fetch.
Incredible.
It's a good hit on an empty board.
Pretty good, yeah.
Not bad.
You know, good wild Mongols are
That just made me really angry.
Oh, how good is Wild Mongol?
So good. I'll Reynolds blast it.
I guess it's an alright might of old cruiser.
Good.
1 minute of dialysis. I disagree. One pop tab, it's worth like less than a penny.
Crackfish.
And I think that, let's say, an hour of dialysis costs more than 60 cents. I don't know. I'll keep this file. That's fine.
I'll name you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
A pound of those, maybe.
So name me and then Pyroclasm.
These for a
Yeah.
second.
I got an 18.
Yep. Joe, keep up.
Sorry, I was trying to find out what was going on with the dialysis.
Yeah, no blocks. I take one.
Let's see, 17.
Yep. Joe, I'm at 17. Joe, I'm at 17. Joe.
Recovering from the symptoms.
Can't blame the dialysis conversation all day. At some point, you're going to get it together.
Sometimes you gotta take responsibility. Stop blaming the dialysis conversation.
Dialysis.
Go ahead.
I have dice with her in there. Do you need a temple of relax?
Just taking those beats.
Nice.
Go ahead.
Good.
Yep.
What is this?
That reminds me of
Pass.
Faith No More's coming back.
Are they?
Yeah,
That's fantastic.
back together.
That is correct. To use his ability.
Oh man, I haven't listened to Faith No More in a really long time.
What is
AC/DC just put on a new album. Nothing is. Alright, Deck. Pass.
You know what I'm talking
Take those beats. I refuse to let that thing do all 20 points of damage. I just refuse. Brainstorm's good.
I think you just need to play your volcanic islands faster and just bluff that they're active volcanoes.
I agree.
Yeah, destroy it.
If I had right now, I could sacrifice 4 lands to destroy a creature. What?
I left and now I got 60.
And never again will you be allowed. We really need the table 2.
I got a 16.
I am just getting destroyed by this Sharp's agent. It is beating me down.
You know,
It happens.
sometimes you just can't beat a grizzly bear.
Yep.
I mean, it happened to a show and tell player in open.
Yep. I've seen vintage players lose to their own Forbidden Orchard token. Like, it happens sometimes. They go all the way.
Happens a lot in vintage, actually.
I was hoping you were gonna say Manifold.
Too many mana crypt activations and soon we just down to spirits.
Then he dies to 20 damage from Manifold. So that man will
I've
do
also
nothing.
seen Dark Alphonse slip over a lot of treasure cruises lately in vintage.
Yeah, that's where it's good.
Hey, now you won't die to just Shardless Agent.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Looking up.
There's 2 creatures that beat you.
Right on time.
Yep.
Game's going exactly how I drew it.
I'm guessing there's not a moat.
Active
Go
Volcano.
ahead.
I'm guessing there's not a moat in this list.
Yeah.
Telling you, man, you gotta get behind the active volcano attack.
I got a
Humility wouldn't be too bad.
Should have a Pyrite Spell Bomb.
Dude, if someone could go back to playing Trinket Mage and Control, that would make me so happy.
Yeah, pretty sweet. I was actually drawing up some militia that had Trick and Rage in.
Miscasting engineer explosives.
I know.
Yeah, it's good. I was trying to do 4 lands
So
for
John
any
was a
one
madman
spell.
on Friday and went out and just bought like a bunch
That sounds like something he'd do.
Yeah, so we now have a playset of foil treasure cruises.
That's pretty hot.
And, like, we're 4 chrome boxes and 4 cobalt therapy. 2 ball rituals away from having storm build.
It'd be nice to have Storm in the roster.
Yep. Well, it's for when elves is bad. Just switch out Storm.
Yep.
Taking a land of yours, I don't care what.
Yep. I have 2 Scalding Tarns, so yep, that'll resolve. Tap my mana really badly there, actually. Wow. No Scalding Tarn.
That's not foil.
Nope. That's we're fixing this problem, Joe.
Yeah, boy, I tapped my mana first.
We got it. Is that better?
What's up, man? One dies.
They all die.
So.
Can someone play Liliana with Treasure Cruise?
Yep. I know. Shouldn't somebody be doing it?
I feel like WotC made Liliana the GP promo because they knew they were releasing all these sweet Delph cards, and Liliana, they thought Liliana was going to go for price.
Yeah.
Perilous Vault.
People don't pay attention to context clues like that in Magic anymore.
Every one of those twin.
At this point, you need an illusions grandeur.
I would absolutely windmill
Dude,
slam
if you could
those
windmill slam illusions,
Then just donate it when you're done.
Yeah, that would be fantastic. Didn't someone like recently write an article about that like that?
Tom Ross has an
Yeah.
illusions list. He said it's not quite ready for prime time yet, but it's mono blue illusions donate.
Oh, he just forgo necrons and everything else.
Well, you know the band cards.
Yeah. I was saying, I'm starting to feel like illusions wasn't the problem in that deck, but
I think you're probably right. I think the cards will let you draw 20 after you resolve an illusions, and
Yeah.
then
I mean, I played with Rev and I thought it was hot shit. Apparently, there's 3 mana cards that draws your belly. Yes. Yes. Is this?
Yeah, you got it.
For 1.
for 3
Okay.
pass. I mean, I'm still like in trouble, but
As long as there's not, I mean, this tar pit and this death ray is probably
Alright.
going to kill you.
yeah. Well, I mean, I'm dead on board to it,
Yeah,
so.
Oh, I shouldn't have said anything. It's my activation.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
So what happened there?
Well, I drew a lot of land. For like the first 7 turns, I resolved 2 spells.
We've had a lot of games been going like that.
Yeah, I
Is that a
needed.
problem in Legacy?
Yeah, people just can't get
Well,
their spells.
You gotta
John
draw your
Lance.
brainstorms, and that fixes that problem real fast.
He's playing 22 lands, which is too many in Legacy.
What if everybody played?
If you play 22 lands in
Mantless
Standard,
Dredge?
you'll get mana screwed, but if you play 22 lands in Legacy, you'll get
You
flooded.
flooded. Yep.
It's something weird about this format. I can't quite understand it.
I think everyone should play Mantless Dredge. That's my
It's a
answer.
gentleman's agreement,
Yeah, or 1 land Belcher.
or just things that you can't play more than 2 lands in your deck.
Belcher would be good.
Buy every graveyard hate card in the East Coast. Just-
And you'd have a 9-round tournament done in 3 hours.
Number 1 would be
Run that one
great.
back, and then we'll tag.
Oh god, Manaless Dredge Mirrors.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Does everyone just build until they have Layla on their hand?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. If in the Mantless Dredge Mirror, I played it for a while. You mulled a 1 looking for Leyline because I mean you have 6 shots to win the game.
Right. Well, I figured they just take the vintage approach where, like, if I have Bazaar, I win. So you just take.
Yep.
If I have Leyline, I win.
Is that their tagline this year?
I'll make it a tagline.
So what do you think, Kyle?
I think the hand is sweet because it has a lot of spells in it. The problem is, with a lot of spells comes very few lands.
Yeah.
So
Man, I've seen
I'm
the
saying snap mulligan that.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
It's a lot of.
The only gas you have going on
Similar
is
themes
the
in your-
most vulnerable card in your deck.
Yep.
So I'm okay keeping land light hands if my opponent can't interact with them very well.
Right.
Your opponent could.
So we're almost at 20 minutes, and we have only broken 1 gig actually.
Awesome.
You're cruising.
That's a spicy one.
Oh, he does.
Bringing it back there, Ryan. Bringing
Oh,
it
yeah.
back.
How close
to here was that? How close to here was that?
With what?
The thing, like, Adam Manier got robbed.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, at gunpoint.
Wait,
Wow.
what? Adam Manier got robbed?
Yeah, he got robbed yesterday at gunpoint somewhere in Riverside.
Riverside's pretty close to here.
Oh my god.
This is Riverside.
No, right here we're technically in Fairborn, but we're very close to Riverside.
Yeah.
Riverside's only 4 square
robbed by, like,
miles.
3 kids. They were like, he said he thought
From
they were
Magic
probably
cards?
about like, no,
Oh,
they were just robbing him.
okay.
Like they got like $20, his keys.
We're all just relieved that his magic cards are okay.
No, I thought that these were... No, I was worried because I thought that there was, like, Magic players that were going out robbing people, and I was like, I don't feel safe in Dayton anymore. Jeez. It's like, I can just go to a tournament and someone scopes me
We'd
out.
start up Dayton Battle Club again if it was people
time.
roving
Maybe it's
around.
The community needs to come together on this one.
I'm going to stand up for Adam here and start up Dayton Battle Club.
Adam Manier is too awesome a person to have.
Great man.
Have that shit happen.
I miss calling him Helmet. I have
Yep.
to get used to using a name for
Dayton
him.
Magic Club founding
His
member.
helmet.
He used to play at the original Dayton Magic Club, which was Wright State Magic Club, when we were at Wright State. And that's where I met Joe and like a bunch of the Dayton Magic Club guys. There's Matt Farney played up there, and Adam Manier played up there. We didn't know his name because he kind of hung out with Dave Pitstick and Matt Farney, and I with like all like the 14-year-olds that we were up there with to play Magic with. And all we knew him by was that he wore a helmet hat from the band Helmet. It said Helmet over there, so we just called him Helmet.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Foundational member. Go ahead. Put my Mr. right there to the front of my hand.
That doesn't count. That doesn't count Treasure Cruise. We're not sure if it's resolving.
I think I have to not let it resolve.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
The problem is,
No, I think it's got to resolve, right?
yeah, I'd let it resolve here.
Good talk.
Because, like, you would want to keep the other Force of Will, but then you have no blue cards in hand.
Right,
So then you're like, maybe I should keep the Fire Ice instead. Then you're out of Force of Wills.
Right.
Yeah.
Plus, there's an Ancestral Vision taking down.
Let's not mention the fact that you're losing the card advantage for currently, so
Let's not
casting
split
Force
that.
of Will does not seem very good. So, have you seen the new food chain list? They're playing Genesis Hydra.
Yes, they're
Jesus.
awesome.
Six swords.
They're just the sickest.
Monsters.
Joey's at 16. Yeah, that's the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was fantastic. It was like it finds your Miss Holograph, and I was like, that's genius.
I would slap whoever said that to me.
What?
Sure.
So I wasn't looking for it.
Man, you're not looking for it. You're not trying.
Fast turn?
Wow. That's impressive.
I'm not like wild about what's happening over there.
Chalice 1-0 be strong.
Okay, let's see.
Trinket Mage.
I knew
You know my whole hand is just black.
Is there a wish that gets artifacts or enchantments?
Golden.
How much does it cost?
5.
That's insane. No, that's.
4 cards in hand.
Yeah, the other
I
one,
guess
the
the
other
changes
one
would have been playing if it was any less mana.
You're better off if it's enchantments.
There's a reason it's legal and it's a tutor and no one plays it.
What's the black tutor do?
I guess any color.
I'm guessing it's every color.
But you lose half your life.
Okay,
It's called the Death Wish.
How much does it cost?
3.
It's cheaper than Grim
It,
Tutor.
it definitely has the best name of any of the wishes.
Yeah, Death
Wishing for
Death Wish.
death.
You're in a Death Shadow deck.
Dude, that's Death Wish for anything.
How
Half
good
your
would it
life
be?
does not mean all of your life.
Instant sorcery land to be a 3/4.
Only 3 mana? Jesus, I gotta look this card up.
I think that I'm losing like on every axis right now. which is disappointing.
Yes, I would say your opponent's attacking you from multiple angles. Discard Goy's card advantage a lot.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Alright, well.
Alright, so 19.
Hello, Demir Charm probably
Yep.
does. Good. I see Demir Charm do something different every game.
sickest Demetrius I saw cast was the guy.
Shortcut again.
Yeah.
The guy got a world leader with it. That's sick.
Yeah.
You want to tap it?
I'll tap it, yeah.
In response.
Sure.
Isn't that a show?
Extended word.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet looking.
Death Wish.
Good suit, anyway.
So why are we splashing for Burning Wish and Storm again?
Draw a
It's on
card.
Netflix or?
Can someone explain this to me?
Still in, yeah, just tap.
Okay.
This card's been legal for.
So go to. How did I not know about this?
Yep.
You can even get foil ones. It's clearly better than Grim Theater.
I agree.
Oh yeah.
It's the best. Alright, Dak. You're embarrassing me in
Alright, what was
front of
the
all
white
these
one called
people.
What was the white one?
Golden.
Golden Wish.
Pass back.
Go to 14.
Yep.
Okay. I mean, it's a good. It's white at least, so you know
You
you,
know,
can,
that's
actually, you can actually. It's a spell you can actually cast off of Sarah Sanctum, which is usually hard to find.
That's true. You know, that's a really good point that enchanters might actually want to play one.
Sometimes it's hard to just fit all the sweet cards in the main deck.
Yeah.
Visions myself.
Yep.
There's a lot of silver bullets you can pack in the
I'll
sideboard as
respond.
one of those.
To the drawing of the cards.
Swords eternally.
Ooh. Thought it was gonna be a violence spirit of labyrinth.
Still 3.
Yes. I added instant.
Ocean Thief.
Yep. Said crack fetch, underground sea notion thief. Run around the room for high fives.
Like George, I like to pause the match. Why?
In response, I would like to run around the room and get high fives. He's like, what do you mean? He said, I just notion thief and introduced me. Like, alright, that's fine.
Go get him, kid.
The celebration is put on the stack. We'll give the whole room 2 Master Things.
Yep.
And everybody gets Planeswalker points.
Everyone gets one placeholder point for witnessing.
Mama, I can't win.
I'm really glad that Nick is inviting his mom to bring him to these big tournaments so
Yep.
we can say that.
Yep.
Oh, wow. It's a great position to put yourself in.
Give yourself a position to call up your mama.
So, Mom, I can't win.
Mama, I can't win.
Oh man.
I was, Frank is on vent these days.
Oh, yeah?
He said that the other day. That's a big deal to Frank. Frank's a big fan of the Mama.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Story of my goddamn life.
I miss Frank, man. I'm glad to have him back in my life. Just some big guy that lives in Long Island and with his mom and plays World of Warcraft all day.
Are you on Horde or Alliance?
Horde side.
You're gonna have to give me your battle.
Yeah, for sure. My server is 97% Horde.
Charlotte's.
Yeah.
Draw 3 cards.
Yeah, that seems fine. Next turn, you gonna draw 3?
Toxic Deluge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Board.
That's awesome. I love Wraths.
So this game's gonna be hard to win.
I'm not gonna run the numbers like per se. I'm gonna put it at like less than statistically dead.
Yeah.
Is the word I'm looking for here.
Yeah, you get
Just saying. Do any of those get dried, Arbor?
You're getting close to casting Amnesia.
Yep, that'd be good.
I
Oh
know.
man, Amnesia will be the tits.
Let's talk
Wasn't that
about
in the original deck?
Let's talk about Amnesia.
Alright.
I mean,
What,
we
the
can.
Oh,
The magic card.
It seems like the
Call
best
the
card.
magic card.
After you cast Time Spiral, what else do you want to cast? Amnesia. You're there.
All these cards. Okay, let's see.
Big
if we
blue
can
kick in the dick. Amnesia.
go ahead.
So is Curtis still working on Reset High Tide?
Always.
No, he's not working on anything right
Yep.
now because he's being really mad at us for revealing his porn stash. His grandmother.
What?
Oh yeah, that happened.
Supreme verdict.
Hibernation.
Go ahead.
Moat.
I would take
Anything.
supreme verdict.
No.
I would take drawing 1 brainstorm.
Well, you shouldn't be playing your lands if you want to draw Brainstorm.
Well, maybe I'll have 7 mana spell. May have Resolute Archangel.
I don't even know what Goyf is. I think he's still 3 or 4.
We'll put him at Wolf. When 3 wolves connect, he dies.
3.
Yeah.
Sorcery, instant.
Those are 3 assassin tokens.
Let's just make it quicker and blow up your G2.
Sure. That's a fact.
Okay. What card wins you the game here?
Supreme Verdict helps a lot.
You go to 7.
Yep.
Supreme Verdict is the first step in a long, hard road to
Yep.
victory.
Exactly. Right on time.
What were you at?
I'm at 7.
Was that a crack 2 fetches in set turn, maybe?
Maybe. Thopter Foundry.
Alright.
Eat it. Go ahead.
Blow it up and end the turn.
Sack it.
Response.
Yep.
Sack it.
And my upkeep, I'm gonna blow up.
Look at this guy. This is
the-
embarrassment of
Thopter.
ritual. This is embarrassment of ritual.
So you drew 9 more cards than I did.
Yeah, I
More than that. You resolved what? 2 Brainstorms?
I resolved
2 brainstorms, 3 visions.
So you drew 11 more cards than I
And
did?
a Shardless Agent.
Yep.
Also,
12 more
also
cards.
he stopped drawing lands after 4.
Yeah.
Well, didn't want him anymore.
I want to tag somebody else in. Will I throw my deck away?
I mean, I can hand you elves to make you feel better.
No, that would make playing elves will never make me feel good.
Do you want to play against something else?
Sure, I'll play against or Kyle if Kyle wants to play.
How about Storm?
I'll play.
Kyle, you want to play against?
Yeah, I can play.
All right. Well,
I'll tag
that
out.
was
You
segment
playing
1.
elves?
No,
And we're back. Hi. So that wasn't really great matches of Magic. Not a ton to talk about the matches themselves. I flooded out a lot. I didn't draw a lot of action, and then I just lost.
Which is something that amazes me. How is it that you play 22 lands in Standard, you get mana screwed all the time?
Yeah.
But in Legacy, if you play 22 lands, you flood out.
22 is like a ton,
constantly.
yeah.
It's so. It's
not
not
like
like
I-
experience wise. I don't know if it's that I'm noticing it more.
It's not like I drew like a ton of cantrips and
Yeah.
found a bunch of land. Like this was the top of the deck, which is
Yeah.
land. But I think one of the things that match highlights is that Shardless Bug is pretty good at outdrawing its opponent's decks. Like I said at the end of that second game, he outdrew him by like 12 cards.
Yeah.
That game, which is going to be hard to lose from. I think that Thopter Sword could have been good there. There's cards I could have drawn that would have been good, but I think that probably Thopter Sword is in an interesting spot right now. I think it's good at closing out games against these kind of burn heavy tempo decks. It's good against Delver Secrets. It's good against Lightning Bolt.
Mm-hmm.
Less people are playing Abrupt Decay. You're playing Stoneforge Mystic
That's
anyway,
definitely
which can
true.
trip the sword.
The Abrupt Decay decks tend to lose to the
Yeah.
Delver Seeker's deck.
Well, you guys were even talking about it earlier about how these big finishes are becoming more relevant because batter skulls aren't killing quick enough.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Batterskull's a slow clock. I think it's a really interesting point that relying on inevitability in Legacy is really hard to do because the decks are very powerful
Right.
and come at you from a lot of different angles. So you never really have
Right.
inevitability.
Like, what happens if you get paired up against goblins? You actually think you're going to outlast the goblin
Right,
player.
exactly.
Like,
Now you get an engine like Thopter Sword, which has historically been very powerful and hasn't seen much play in Legacy recently, but against the Goblin deck, which a traditional Miracles build or even a Stoneforge list generally has a hard time
Very hard
beating
time.
goblins because they outdraw you so much.
They
Thopter
never
Sword
go
can
away.
just invalidate that entire thing they've done, and you can kind of just take over the board completely in
Yes.
just one on tap step from a deck like that. So I think there's a lot of room to play with in there.
although I think it makes blue Thopters, though, so the pile driver will still be a problem.
I think you're right. Yeah, it's all right. I mean, you're still gaining 5 or 6 life a turn, and then you have all your the
You're
only
taking
relevant
50.
threat. Well, the only relevant threat becomes pile driver, and you can just answer that. But sharpshooter obviously is still really good, but
I'm just trying to talk about goblins to get Jacob Ross to start playing goblins again.
We could try to call Jacob Ross.
Just tell him
Skype
the
him in.
goblins is good again.
Well, we're gonna just manually call him. I don't have his number, so if somebody has
What?
his number,
That's
my
on
God.
camera, Joe.
yeah,
that's
That there's evidence on the internet. No.
yeah, you're a monster.
we'll give him a call, put him on speakerphone, and ask him about goblins.
But so to wrap up, I think that there's something more work to be done on a Thopter Sword type shell. I think maybe Enlightened Tutor is a little too clunky. I think maybe it should probably just be Dig Through
Yeah.
Time or Treasure
Yeah.
Cruise.
Yeah.
And I think that package is powerful. It does some good things too, like the Thoppers can hold your equipment, and you can kind of go from there. So, but it goes to show that, as the format has been shifting because of Treasure Cruise and because of the power of like the blue-red Delver list and that kind of thing.
Well, the speed of blue-red Delver
Yeah.
list.
And one of the things that's happened as a result of that is Miracles, which is already a deck that had been performing very well, had just an incredible tournament at this last Grand Prix. And you get to a point where the tempo lists on the fast end and the Miracles list on the slow end start really
Very
putting
opposite
two
ends.
very opposite pressures on the format.
Yeah.
And it tends to force out the combo decks is what happens because
It's like some
there's
kind
just-
of mass spectrometer effect.
yeah,
going on
there's
here.
like just a
Yeah.
ton of counterspells in the format and a ton of super fast clocks in the format.
Right.
And like the middle of range combo decks, we haven't seen Show and Tell put up a good finish in a while.
Right.
Or consistently. So stuff like that starts to get forced out of the format a little bit. When that happens and you have your top end is Miracles
Right.
and your bottom end is Delver tempo strategies, what happens is these mid-range decks like Maverick and like Goblins get good again.
Right.
And I'm really excited about that because I love Goblins.
Well, see, I was always pretty awkward in the Maverick versus Miracles matchup. I had no idea how to handle it.
Yeah, no,
It always seemed very 50-50 to me.
sure.
But
Well, we'll give Jacob Ross a call, ask him about goblins,
Right.
and then we'll close the thing out.
that was a good analogy, though. I like that.
Well, I mean, I can't wait to play Goblins again. I've been working on lists. I really hope that I get a chance to play Goblins soon.
Jacob Ross.
Yeah, hopefully. He probably won't answer. He doesn't have my number.
He's probably watching us right now. It's like, I'm not going on camera.
We did this all for him. All
We
for
did?
him.
It's factual.
Your
But
call
it-
has been forwarded
but it
to an
was-
automatic voice message system.
Oh.
9373.
Jacob,
Jacob, I want to hear your voice. I don't want to hear this woman talking to me.
8 is not available. At the tone, please record your
No,
message.
Siri.
When you
No.
have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Jacob. We had you on the show. We were trying to. We were going to ask you about goblins.
Jacob, we're calling from the internet.
We're calling
Yes.
from the internet.
Right.
So if you call this number back, it'll take you to the internet. But we'll just have to ask you next week.
I think we should actually send him a clip of this video.
Hopefully he'll... Well, I was hoping he would be watching it,
Yes.
and he would answer.
Where the fuck are... Oh, sorry. Where the fuck are these RDMC people?
Oh no, you left the word fuck on Jacob Ross's voicemail. Oh no, I did. Bye, Jacob.
We miss you.
Oh, God.
But, so that's kind of some thoughts about Legacy in general. In a format where everyone's drawing 3 cards for 1 mana, maybe a mid-rangey shell like Shardless is a good way to go. Maybe Goblins starts to rear its head again.
I think what you're looking for right now in Legacy is just cheap, reusable effects.
Yeah,
And you need to build your core of your deck around that.
yeah, I think that's a reasonable place to look at it.
Because the Delver decks, they're not built for the late game, but it's not like they have a bad one.
It's true.
Like,
they
their
can
deck has a
actually-
bunch of Fork Bolts and Recalls and, I mean,
They
Young
can
Pyromancer gets
shift
out of hand super easy.
into this control role super well.
Yeah.
Where they can just kill everything, counter a couple spells, draw a million cards, and then kill you with whatever left over. Which sounds a lot like a control deck. But they can also play Delver on turn 1 and then
Right.
kill you on turn 4. So
And that was one of the big things we saw on the old Callblade list was they can just turn 2 Stoneforge you,
Yep.
or they can just grind you out.
Yep.
Super hard with Squadron Hawks, and I think Young Pyromancer just playing a very elegant version of Squadron Hawk.
Oh, absolutely. I think that's a good way to look at it for sure.
And the cards are hitting you from 2 different angles. I think you're fine if you can just keep up with them on curve and just not get dazed and spell pierced a bunch. Just stop the effects of those from killing you. And
Yeah,
they're not playing Stifle anymore and punish them for it.
that's true. And there's less Wastelands too.
Yes.
So you can get to play a little more Magic.
Sounds like a good time to play large colorless activated abilities.
Right. Like if you played Mazavin against, just put a Mazavith in your deck against Delver, they could never interact. Like they have no stifles, no wastelands.
Yeah.
Their Delver no longer deals damage.
And we've seen lands.
Island of Wickwalk, like
we've seen lands kind of rise up, and that's one of the reasons there. Is
Yeah.
that, like these lands, these double decks don't have a way to interact except by racing it, and it's hard to race Glacial Crevice.
Yeah.
So.
Glacial Crevice.
But yeah, I think that because they're still on
Legacy
their deck
staple,
for
Glacial
Treasure
Crevice.
Cruise, that they're losing a lot of the ability to interact with a bunch of different types of cards. And I think there's an area of spells that we're just not tapping into right now.
Yeah. I know next week I'm especially going to try to focus on what's the best thing we can do with soul lands in this format.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it certainly seems like being a mana up higher than
The
everybody
answer
is
is going to be Angel Stompy. You heard it here
It
first.
could be.
I mean, we could go back to our Lodestone Golem metal worker days.
Well, my line of thinking was that Imperial
Painter.
Okay.
Painter.
I thought you were going to say Imperial
Oh,
Armor, and I was like,
I was thinking that was the
behind
best. That was the best deck that would have soul lands.
Yeah.
But I think that isn't the best way to kill somebody.
I mean, they can still kill on turn 2 if you have the nuts.
Yeah.
Soul Land Servant, Soul Land Grindstone.
Yeah.
I won a few games off Singing Spear Guy a couple times.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I think I'm more
I get there.
Yeah.
Rest in Peace and Helm as the kill instead of...
Yeah, you just play Enchantress.
Yeah, well, you get to play, not Enchantress, you get to play Artifactress.
Ooh.
So more on that.
What?
More on that next week.
There's probably a card out there that says when you play an artifact, draw a card.
There is. It's
There
an
is.
Archmage.
The problem is it's blue.
And it costs 4.
We're not trying to draw cards. We can tutor.
We can Grand Architect in this.
Yeah,
deck.
we just play Brainstorm. But
Grand
we
Architect.
don't have to dick around.
Grand
with it.
Architect, Chief Engineer, Thopter.
I think we're going for his
Spine
eggs.
Spine Thopter. Guys, we can do this.
All right, and more on that next week.
More on that
All right.
next week. All right.
Oh, and then Jacob calls.
Why aren't you on stream, Jacob Ross? I like it.
You just missed it. We just cut your credit. We'll get you next week. It was fun. All right, dude. Have a good one.
Was he asleep?
No, I hope he wasn't.
I hope he was. Fuck that guy. I mean, it's like 10 o'clock, or
It's like 9.
I don't know what time the guy was doing.
All right,
Super
we got
Legacy
4
Fun
people
Show.
seeing this, and they'll be like, "Well, this looks pretty good.
Yeah.
If it's on next week, I'll watch whatever the fuck that is." We're winning.
Except you didn't write anything on there that says we're done.
Yeah. Oh, also the mic is still on.
Alright.
Yeah. So a number of tragedies.
So this is incredible professionalism all the way across.
Yeah.
Incredible professionalism.
Jacob's gonna hear what you say.
Well, now they know it. This is the ending credits. They know now.
Yeah.
I think the man's walking away from the screen.
Yeah.
Done.
I think I like having the mic on during the credits. That's fun.
We immediately lost 2 people.
Oh no!
We got.
We told him it was done. That's why.
Yeah. Well, they should know it's done. It's still they're still blinking lights and stuff. Just
I mean,
that's
maybe
how
there's
you know.
the last 2 people. They're the true heroes. They're listening through the future.
Oh, that and the microphone was like on the floor.
Oh.
So that's even better. It gives you like a.
That
They're
background
walking down the
noise
hall.
just-
It gives them the assumption that we don't know the mic is on, which is correct.
Oh god. This is Lord with Lord Voldemort's face.
I love it.
This is mesmerizing to look at.
So, guys, I think we did a great job. I think that just mechanically speaking, we were flawless.